Rising Spivey here for the Washington Informer. Dr. Henry A. Wise High School in Prince George's County welcomed the President of the United States yesterday. He urged attenders to get out and vote for Anthony Brown for governor and Ken Ulman for Lieutenant Governor of Maryland.
It is good to be here at Henry Wise Junior High. I know it's tough to be at school on a Sunday, but it's great to be with one of the best governors in America, Martin O'Malley. Your next Lieutenant Governor, Ken Ulman. One of the best congressional delegations around, Steady Hearters in the House. Taught him the value of service at a young age. After college, he served in the Army. After law school, he chose to re-enlist in the Army Reserves. He led men and women on a tour of duty in Iraq. He earned a Bronze Star. As a public servant, right here in Maryland, he's worked to create jobs and open the doors of pre-K to more of our kids. To battle domestic violence, working tirelessly to drive down the rate of domestic violence here in Maryland. Anthony Brown has not just devoted his career to fighting for you, he's devoted his entire life to fighting for you. And that's what this election is all about. Who is going to fight for you? So when you cast that vote, you've got a choice to make. And it's a choice that's more than just between two political parties, or even between two candidates. It's a choice about two very different visions for America. Who's going to fight for you? That's what it boils down to.
Thousands waited in line for hours and packed the school's gym, which seats up to 5,000 spectators. The rally was interrupted briefly by an immigration reform protester. The crowd booed him and he was escorted out.
I think actually he was concerned about immigration reform. And the problem is I'm actually for immigration reform. And the reason we haven't done immigration reform is because congressional Republicans in the House of Representatives have been blocking immigration reform. The system's fixed. And these folks are trying to make it harder to vote. And this and that, there's always a reason. But you know what? There are no excuses. The future is up to us. If you want better policies out of Washington, then you've got to vote for it. If you want good policies to continue in Maryland, you've got to vote for it. If you don't think we need more tax loopholes for companies shipping jobs overseas, and instead think we should give tax breaks to companies that are investing here in Maryland, here in America, you've got to vote. If you think we don't need more tax breaks for millionaires, but we do need tax breaks to help working families pay for college for their kids, you've got to vote. If you believe we shouldn't saddle students with even bigger loan payments, should make it easier for them to pay back student loans, you've got to vote. If you think Congress should stop trying to deport reform that they blocked for a year, you've got to vote. If you believe we shouldn't be cutting workers' wages, but guaranteeing hardworking Americans that they get an honest day's pay for an honest day's work, you've got to have your voice heard, and you've got to vote. On every one of these issues, there is a clear choice. On every one of these issues, Anthony Brown's on your side.
Early voting in Maryland begins this Thursday, October 20th, and will be open for a week. Election Day is November 4th. If elected, Anthony Brown will become the state of Maryland's first African-American governor and the 5th ever in United States history. For more news, go to www.washingtoninformer.com.